So the inmate them say, all right, here you're gonna need a girl. This was the sweetest thing me ever hear from a girl prison. I go and broke your hand if you not stop, put your hand on the mixer. Officer no want you be better than them. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This week topic will speak about prison. I would like for you to subscribe and to share and to make a comment and to click the notification bell so that when I upload a video, you will be the first to receive it. South Camp Adult Correctional Center was housing male inmates. Recently, it is now a female institution after they have abandoned Fort Augusta. So it is there to house 330 inmates. So you have Tambourine Farm and you have Richmond. These are the maximum facility. And also there are New Broughton, where it is an old man prison and you have to be 65 and over to apply for that institution. Later on, we will share more story about these criteria, policies for you to apply and go through. So, for me, with this institution, now when I speak of prison, I speak of prison on the basis of the major, maximum facilities. First, General Penitentiary. That was my first prison I entered. I spent 4 years and 10 months there. Then I was transferred from there to South Camp Adult Correctional Center, aka other known as Gun Court. I spent 9 years and 11 months. Retransferred back to GP, where I spent 6 years and 5 months. Now, because of my steadfastness in obeying the law, sticking to what is right, believing what the parliament set above the institution, the policies, the guidelines, the rules and the laws, I have challenges with the correctional department because they believe they are the law, not what parliament said. And I will share more of this in other topical issues as we go along. As a result of that, I was transferred from General Penitentiary, Tower Street, to Spanish Town for 11 months. And there I was paroled from St. Catherine Adult Correctional Center. Prison built you to become great, man. And prison make you also become a wimp. If you want to become a wimp. And if you want to become a great man, it is your choice. It allows you to become what you want to become. If you want to become a doctor, you can be a doctor. If you want to become a lawyer, you can be a lawyer. An engineer, you can be an engineer. That is if the resources is given. I want to become a sound engineer. But was the resources given? Yes, some of the resources. But the resources given. But did I get the opportunity to use up these resources? Yes and no. I remember an officer said to me, look here, I go and broke your hand if you not stop, put your hand on the mixer. He did not work into the band's room, you know, but he wanted to break my hand. Okay? So the resources was there, but the officers use up the resources for themselves. They don't want you to learn. Officers don't want you to be better than them. Now, when we touch the topic of correctional officers, then you're going to learn a lot more about correctional officers, who they are. They should be our first role model, being in a correctional facility. They should be the one to rehabilitate us, but guess what? They need rehabilitation. So we're going to touch that and many more topics and many more details, and you can learn from that. So my first sentence, my first approach to prison, GP, big yard. As I enter that big gate, it was a nightmare. I was scared. I was afraid. At times, I have to feel myself if I piss up myself or shit up myself. My skin try to hide behind itself. The way how my skin feel, like it afraid. It want to hide. Me feel cranny, me feel afraid, me feel frightened, me feel intimidated, me feel threatened based on what the eyes have seen. And I'm going to explain that and based on what I am hearing. Fear and all manner of evil. My whole body began to shake. So as the vehicle started to approach the gate, my headspace was not the same. My head started to hurt me. Definitely know my head started to hurt me. Me definitely started to feel weak. And when they pulled that gate, I saw officers there gear up well with rifle, both looking down in the prison and both looking out at the gate. And at that point, another scare came over me because it was as if somebody was going to attack them and I was in the middle of that attack. And the gate was open, yet under that arch, they call it the arch, was so dark and the gate not locked yet. My heart started to beat fast as if I can't hear my own heart with my own ears. Anybody could have hear my heartbeat. So when the Black Mario entered the prison and that gate closed behind me, the sound alone of that gate made me shake. Just the sound, the gate slam, clum, and that big heavy lock that run across that gate. When you hear that lock, at first me see something like that. Also the lock will lock it. I never see padlock look so. The padlock big almost like my head. It made me become more scared because honestly, I was just having a different concept at the time. It was my first experience. So I say it seems like prisoner escape every day or prisoner try to escape every day. And somebody going to attack the prison. Okay? So when you look, the first sign you see, their motto is none shall escape. I don't believe in that motto. I believe the prison motto should be, let us rehabilitate and empower them for a better person. That should be the motto. But none shall escape. But yet still, prisoner escape. So, when I was under the arch, I couldn't even see my hand because I was in the Black Mario. Under there was dark. The smell was a different smell from outside. The taste of the air was, it was bitter. You can feel fear. You can sense it. Okay? And it definitely, as me say, I have to feel my pants to save me wet up myself. I tell you. Because at a tender age of 19, it was very crucial, very cruel, very scary for a person who not involved and believe in criminal activity ended up in there. As me buck my toe. I shared my story last week, how I end up in there. Let me show you this. Anyone we can end up in there. If you have never seen that video, go on YouTube channel, Prisoner's Voice, and check out that video and subscribe to it. Or link in the description below. Take out my glasses here. As me say, the Black Mario, when them fly the gate of the Black Mario, I'ma come out. The first approach me get is by a correctional officer. This correctional officer was about 7 feet tall. Big. Voice rough. Hey boy. Where you charge for? Where you come here for? Now, hearing this, make me know say, me not go have no control over myself. Hearing this, me know say, me not go have no rights. It's like, yeah, them control me. And as I go along, them say a body them receive. So when me say that, when him say that, me say, murder. Oh, I kill off people, picnic come here. Well, you're going to spend a long time with we here. I mean, I tell you. Just hearing that make me just know say this is going to be my other world and this is going to be my other life. So under the arch now, my eyes get a little lighter to the light because the black mirror was so dark and under a dark place to make it extra dark. So when I come out, there were officers all about visitors under the arch too, waiting to get processed for go visit their loved one. So they were all there looking at me as if I was a celebrity. But in a sense, yeah, celebrity get looked on. So I was a celebrity in my own rights. Yeah. So, you know, struggling with my little scandal bag and my little bag with my things. Them give me a search, right, this one. City that me now no contraband and me now no prohibited article. So then I was whisked away to the overseer's office. Before I enter, I should say the overseer's office, I looked left and right and I saw a different view or concept of prison, different than what my mind was thinking about prison. Now, before me touch this, after I enter the gate that you saw on Tower Street there was another gate beyond that. Now, the one at the front was a metallic gate. You can't see through it. Very thick, very heavy. So when you enter that, there was another gate, grill. Now, the grill was about 2 by 2 inches thick. Okay, so I have to pass that now and enter. Now, when we enter through that gate, there was a street extended from that area, go straight down to the prison back. That other gate at the prison back, it is that gate when you're passing around GP back, you see this big heavy gate. It linked to the opposite, to the front gate. There was a line of inmates there staring upwards to me. Alright, and I believe that they were saying, wow, more prisoner come. So anyway, I was whisked to the overseer's office to be signed in as another inmate entering the prison to be placed on the muster. Added on the muster, I should say. So looking at my left, I realized something different look from my right. Now, the inmates were locked in their cell. But there are other inmates out who were involved in doing activities like working in some parties or being an orderlies, etc., etc. On my right, looking at a section they call D0. That section I saw a portion of shoes and slippers in front of the cells. Now, that section, there was mainly board door. Now, that board door was about 2.5 inches thick, with one little hole, what they call ventilation hole. So when I looked down, I saw bare slippers. It was about 30 cells or 35, between 30 to 35 cells on that block. But on my left, there was a different section they call the orderlies. Now that section, it was like Beverly Hills. No, well cleaned, well polished, flowers. It was neat. So I look and say, how come there's two different views of the prison, two different, conditions? But the orderlies, these orderlies work like being a superintendent orderly, overseer's orderly, photo room orderly, reception orderly, assistant super orderlies, and all these orderlies. So they all are singles. So these orderlies fly up 6 to 6. you will know more about these orderlies when I hit the topic about orderlies. So I was believing that I would be going on that section or a section because honestly it looked clean, well clean. The inmate them polish them cell in front of them cell with red work, and it looked pretty with flowers and them stuff like that. But on my right, where's Dinard, there was a remand center. Now these cells was 5 by 8. When I touch a topic about cells, you will learn more about cells. That is why I want you to subscribe and click that notification bell so that when I upload a video, you'll be the first to get it. So back to the section. I saw these slippers and shoes. So I wonder, wait, so many inmates here? So anyway, they processed me. And when they processed me, I heard them say, orderly. So an inmate came. And they say, find a cell for him and Dinard. So I was standing up there at the gate. So while I was there, I heard a cartridge, something like a cartridge blow, loud. Now that cartridge blow was for the officers to return off lunch. So it was about 1:30 to 2. Okay, so when the officers them came in and the officers them re-entered their location, their section, and the orderly took the key, went to the break room, pulled that break room, and when I hear something go clum, and then I heard a next sound where go clum 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 clum. Now these inmates were pulling themselves, so them tie a string on the lock, like I'm going to describe that more. And fly it. When them fly it, you ever see a horse leave their gate at Caymanas Park? Well, that is one horse leaving one cage. Can you imagine at that time 4 to 5 inmates leaving one cell? No, they so get me panicked, scared, shaky. Say, geez, what is? Everything gone, every screw loose, everything loose in me. Me believe say me shit up myself. I tell you, because that is the section them say me I go up on. It was crazy. Me never know how Mother maintain that. And the orderly took me from the gate, walking me on the block. And I saw every prisoner eyes upon me and look upon me. And I was scared. But I tried not to show how scared I was. I was just trying to be brave. Because them say, through a murder me charge for. Me can't go on like a wimp. So they locate me somewhere in the middle of the section. When I entered that cell, there was 3 other inmates located in the cell. And speaking of classification, one was charged for shooting, one was charged for robbery, one was charged for illegal possession of firearm, and now me enter that cell charged for murder. That shouldn't be the case. So I put on my things at the front of the cell. Was about to enter with my shoes. And the man them go almost go mad. Say, yo, where are you? You can't enter the cell with the shoes. You have to take off your shoes. No, me no know, but the inmate them I get mad for me. That's why again throw me off psychologically. Because me just fear that a fight might develop. So me I say, Jesus, me no know. Sorry sir, me just start to apologize. Sorry sir. So what took place after? Them said, all right, you ready? Put your things them there, so. You need a hammock for sleeping. I'm going to speak on hammock as a topic later on in the program. All right? So the inmate them say, all right, here you're going to need a girl. This was the sweetest thing me ever hear from a girl prison. We need a girl. So Smiling on myself. And the whole time I smile. So I said to myself, but hold on, how am I going to need a girl and I don't see no other girl there with the man them have? So me confused. Never understanding what they mean. Until one of the inmates will locate in the cell and I go intercept me forward. Forward for one. So I start to go with him. So when me go with him, I see the man say one day, guess what the man pine pan? A bucket. So I girl that. So I say, yo, what is? Him say, yo girl, you need one. So I say then, I no girl this. He said then what? I hit you go put your penis in a for the rest of the time you're there. And where you place your penis? In a girl. And that's so me realize. So I'm my girl that. That's gonna be my girl. Me know no fan might wonder what me mean when me talk about girl. If as homosexuality, me go get involved in or talk about or that one at prison. No. Further on, me have a topic about homosexuality in prison and homosexual in prison. So me go elaborate more upon that. But on a somebody case is a bucket, a piss bucket. Them call your girl. Alright? And as I may say, you have to put your penis in it for piss. And next thing about prison. You have an inmate was a good friend. He named second. He lived upon death row. Alright? He spent about 28 years in prison. He came to me and advised me. Said, listen me. A prison there now. So hear this. You see, in yourself, you have to focus on in yourself. That have to hold your sanity. You have to forget about what on the outside. You can't pray too much on the outside. You have to forget who is on the outside. Because if you keep that mentality with them, it will affect this. The sanity. I may tell you the truth. And that is why many times I come out and people see me. And they say to me, what go on, Enzel? I say, who you man? He said, you remember me? I say, no. Because what? I have to put who me know behind me. 1994 and focus on inside. Let inside be my reality now. Because that's how I'm going to live for the next 20 or more years. I hope this episode was informative. I tried my best to give you as many details as possible. And I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. I would like you to like and to share and click the notification bell, as I said. Any other thing you'd like to hear on, make a comment on it and I will respond to you in that manner. Thank you very much for sharing with us, and I am glad that you have taken the time out to watch my video, and God bless you. I love you all. Peace, love and respect.